Welcome to a new adventure with Exploring New York with James. And I'm at a new place this week. It's the Mackay Wildlife Refuge. I've never been here before. There is some stuff here that's very interesting to look at, and we will talk about that as we go along. I hope you enjoy this, because the last couple of videos I didn't get too many views, so have to start looking into some interesting things to film, I think. So let's start this one off. All right, it seems really nice and quiet here. We're gonna go down here and find the trail. Should be right here. All right. Well, I already here and found something interesting. So already right off the bat, I found something very interesting. An old car. It's pretty much unrecognizable. I have no idea what it is, but it's, so that is interesting. I'm assuming that this car was donated. Now the Mackay is called the Mackay car, and the remains of the auto behind the sign, which is, I'll show you right here. Right here. Is a 1950 Pontiac Silver Streak 2-door coupe. So it had a V8, cast iron V8. It was a luxury car in its day, and no one seems to know what happened to its engine or transmission. So at least we know what kind of car it was. Okay. Very interesting. All right, we're gonna continue on. So this nature preserve is 26 acres, and it is in the village or town of Caledonia, New York. And the trail that I'm on is actually a 1-mile loop, so that's not too bad. So in 1971, the Mackay Wilkes family farm was made into a reserve. There's supposed to be some interesting rock formations here. Anyway, let's continue on. Also, as you walk the trail, there are signs about the different species of trees here in the preserve, like the bur oak. That's one. One of the trees I'm actually looking at right now. So what I'm looking for is the rock formations. There are some interesting geological rock formations here. Something that I'm interested in. We're gonna look for them. So, according to the map that I'm showing you right now, the refuge is in between two railways, and that are actively in operation. Now, I found something really neat here. It's a rock. If you think rocks are interesting, this one is. Let's take a look. Got weeds growing out of it. Okay. I mean, if rocks are your thing, I mean, this might be, you know, you might think it's fascinating. So I was looking for fossils. It said that there is fossils on some of these rocks, which is probably true. I didn't see any. I don't believe that is one, but anyway, there's supposed to be fossils on these rocks. Okay, here's another set of rocks. The thing that I look out for when I come to these places, unfortunately, are ticks. So I try not to get off the trail too much. But you know, it's kind of interesting. And there are benches here that's littered throughout the whole preserve you can sit on. It's really quiet here. Really quiet. So now we're going to go this way. I'm also on the lookout for wildlife. All right, here's one rail bed. One there. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but there is some train cars over there. So that's the other one. All right. I found a wall. Those are always interesting. And a lot of these pretty much were built by the owners of land as a border, or as yeah, I think mainly as a border, maybe on their property. So rock walls are always interesting. It goes all the way up that way. I look for stuff like that. Not just that, but I also look for ancient stuff. Now, I don't know what's ancient or not, but those are probably, that rock wall is pretty old. Now, let's go back over this way. So yeah, it's always nice to see old stuff like this. There's supposed to be a foundation here somewhere that we're going to try to find. But yeah, that was one of the things that I was looking at, was the rock wall. Well, right here you can see more, but the other area that I was at, it seems to be buried with dirt. But they call this a fieldstone wall. And this wall is the western boundary of the park. And it's supposed to contain fossils, which I might see some right here. Let me get a little closer up. Here's one. That looks like a fossil. Yeah, it does. That looks like a fossil. Okay, good. That's interesting to find. All right. Very well. And the wall goes on over that way, probably near the where the grail is at. So if you like what you're watching, I appreciate it. If this is your first time, I appreciate you watching. And if you like, subscribe. I do a lot of historical places, or at least try to find historical places, and abandoned places if I can get to them. You know, that's the thing a lot of people are looking into, is abandoned places. But if this is your first time watching, this is what I do in my spare time. So 259 subscribers I have. It has dropped some, probably because of the content. I may be losing people's interest, but I got things more come. All right, well, I found some old metal. I'm not sure what it's off of. Maybe a barrel, maybe an old barrel. All right, well, that's interesting. I haven't seen anything else. I've seen like a box laying on the ground, but I think it was a bird box, a birdhouse. All right, now we're back around to the rock. Okay, we're gonna go back to the main entrance, see if we can't find anything else. So here's a tree that you do see a lot of, but it's a weeping willow tree. I actually kind of love these trees. Looks like another wall. Yep, it is. There's another wall right here. Okay. I think there's supposed to be a foundation somewhere. And I'm looking for it right here. Let me see. It's supposed to be of, I want to say, the barn. This is the wall. Okay. Right here. Okay. This actually is a foundation. Thinking maybe a barn. Yeah, barn foundation. According to that sign, it says many geological goodies can be found in this foundation. And the foundation itself is predominantly limestone that was mined locally. Okay, now that's interesting. The foundation is that of the original Mackay equipment shed built around 1841. It's also rumored to be the home of Mr. Mackay's 2 gray mules that took him to town. Rumor has it that they had attitudes like no other. Interesting. And they said there's artifacts from this location in the museum. Okay. Well, I'm glad we found something here other than, the wall. Found lots of walls. That's good. Alright, that is all of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. A new place to go to. So there is no determined schedule on when I film videos. Some YouTubers do it every week, some do it every day. I do it when it's convenient for me. And if there's any place you would like for me to check out, maybe I can do that, because I will check stuff out before I go. Alright. Well, this has been Exploring New York with James, and I'll see you next time.